In this video, we're going to be taking a quick look and test and review of this Colt 45 semi-automatic M1911 pistol gun lighter. Yes, although it looks very realistic, it is actually a gun lighter. But before we carry on with this video, having a look at the quality of this thing and having a closer look how it operates, it's important to note for all of you miserable snowflake government muppets that may complain about this video, yes, of course, replica gun lighters are banned here in the UK, and it is illegal to walk around with one of these in public. Why? Well, because you'll be asking to get shot by the liberal left-wing police, and if you get caught, you'll also be locked up, and under this Starmer government, they'll throw away the key. So guys, please do not purchase one of these. All I can say is this: I paid just under £20 and it was from a well-known Chinese selling platform. And no, I can't put a link down below, guys, because that would be stupid, because as I've already said, these are banned here in the UK. Now, this is a channel that looks at interesting products like this, product reviews. We carry out science experiments and we look at pyrotechnics or fireworks. So if you like that sort of thing, hit that subscribe down below and I'd be glad to have you on board. So let's get into this gun lighter here and have a quick look at the quality. So first of all, I can tell you the size. It's about 3 times the size of a real Colt M1911. Now, what is a Colt M1911? Well, the first Colts were actually made from 1911 right up until 1924. That's why it's called the M1911. And after 1924, they actually done a preface upgraded version where they changed the pistol grips and a few mechanical hairsprings inside that were related to the trigger pull on this particular specific model. But there's no actual moving parts on this particular pistol. For example, the chamber doesn't work, there's no magazine, but that's where you charge your lighter, which looks a bit suspect to me, to say the least. However, we're going to try that later on in this video to see if this thing actually does work and produce a flame. But this is what I want to talk about here. As you can see, it actually states on the side that it's made in Hartford, Connecticut, USA. Yes, this is the same place that's named after the Hartford that we have here in the UK. And it was a man named Samuel Stone who went to the USA and settled in a little town in Connecticut and named it after his homeland here in the UK. And let's just have a look at the quality here, because even though I've talked about the fact that engraved on the side here it's made in Hartford, Connecticut, USA, looking at this closely, I don't think or believe it is, because it looks a little bit suspect to me. For example, if you have a closer look at where it's been molded together here, and it's kind of rough around the edges, and the actual nickel plating finish on this particular gun lighter is a bit thin, and it hasn't taken very well to the material at all. And it's one thing I actually do know about, and that's electroplating, because I actually gold plate, silver plate, platinum plate for a living. So the finish doesn't look good, and based on the fact that it is not molded correctly and it has not been nicely done, I don't believe that this is good enough to be American made, in my opinion. But if you think it is made in America, please drop it in the comments and let me know. Now, I haven't done any research on this lighter at all, or this particular company, so you guys may be able to help me out here. But this does not look like it was made in Europe, because it's not good enough quality, and if it's not made in Europe, it's certainly not going to be good enough quality to be made in the good old USA. Guys, enough talking. Let's gas this up here via this charging point, and it's important to note that there's no flame adjust on this particular gun lighter. So whatever flame comes out the end here, that is what we are going to be stuck with. So let's have a look at this and see if it ignites here. Oh, there is a flame, and I'd say it's pretty pathetic as far as I'm concerned, because I'm used to those big flamed lighters, or the tuned ones, to tell you the truth. However, there is a flame. It's effective enough to light your cigars or cigarettes or paper, and it seems to be red. So there's some kind of different coated metal just on the end of the burner there, as you can see. And I don't know if you guys can actually see, it's not consistent. It takes a few clicks to get this thing to light. There we go. Well, the reason why the flame is so inconsistent and doesn't want to fire every time is really due to the fact that we have a very small low quality burner on the end of this lighter, like you would find in a disposable lighter. Very small and not suitable in my opinion. And then on top of that, we have a sparker system that doesn't deliver a consistent spark, and the spark is not strong enough. So as a result, we have an inconsistent ability to fire, as there's not enough spark at the end and there's too much gas. So too much gas to not enough spark equals an inconsistent flame. But for the most part, I actually like this. It looks visually very good and very accurate, you know, from far away. It is quite heavy and well made. Although there are no moving parts, the trigger pull is accessible. You can fit your finger in it, as I'm a 6'2" Westerner myself. I can actually comfortably fit my finger in this and pull the trigger. The trigger pull is very smooth and accurate. It feels like the trigger pull of a real gun, and this is a welcome addition to my lighter collection, and I actually like this as far as gun lighters go. The flame could be better in my opinion, and you know, it would benefit from a better finish or plating method, but it is pretty cool. It does look realistic. So I'd just like to end the video on this note. This video wasn't a very exciting video, I know. I usually make more energetic videos than this, but it was informative, and this is an interesting item. And more importantly, I'd like you to jot down in the comments, would you actually buy one of these? And more importantly, do you think that this is made in the USA? Let's have another close-up of the moulding here and the construction of this lighter and the plating. I have my doubts, guys, but if you know anything about this lighter, please jot it down in the comments, and please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you on board, and it's free to subscribe. So if you like basic science experiments, if you like product reviews, if you like reviews on rare one-off items like this, or you'd just like to see a general idiot prattling around on YouTube, then guys, this could be the channel for you. And it's very important that you subscribe to the channel. Why? Because this gives me more energy to make more YouTube videos. Guys, take care of yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.